This is quizlet.com. It is also an app for your portable devices, and it is basically a site that helps students to um, memorize terms or facts or whatever it is that they need to have learned. And you can add classes, and the teacher can create the material so that the students can study them, or the students can create their own materials. And I'm going to show you a sample. I created one called Geometry Words, and it looks like you wrote it on a flashcard, just a regular index card, and you can go through the cards and just say, okay, well, quadrilateral, four-sided polygon, got it. You can go through the definitions, or you can have it so it doesn't show both sides, and you have to flip it by just clicking on it. And then you can also play games to memorize your words. You can play 5 different well, there's studying and then there's games. And so some of the activities are speller, and it will tell you the word, and then you will type in what you hear.
Rhombus. Quadrilateral.
And then I had already done that just to make sure that I had already done that to make sure that I could do it. So then you can go back and you can do the activity called Learn, and you just type in the term for the definition, and you can do a test where it makes a written question, a multiple choice question, a true-false question. But obviously if you add more terms, there would be more questions. But I only put 3 in this just to show. And then you can play a game called Scatter, in which it will show the items and their definitions, or whatever's on each side, and you will take them and just drag them to the proper term, and it will time how quickly you can do it. And then there's also Space Race, which is where one side of the card goes flying across the screen, and you have to type in what's on the other side of the card before it makes it to the end. And then you can add or remove, so you can go in and add more definitions if you like. You can have the website read the word to you.
Quadrilateral.
And you can have the website read the definition to you.
A four-sided polygon.
And then when you are adding and removing the terms, you can click which language you're using. So if you want to teach Spanish and you have Spanish words, it will know to read them in Spanish. And then when you are adding terms, let's say I wanted to add the term trapezoid. This comes down and it says auto-define trapezoid, so I would click here, and you have to wait for a second, and up pops different definitions that people have posted before for trapezoid. So maybe I think the wrist bone between the trapezium and the capital bones is probably not what I'm looking for, but a quadrilateral with two parallel sides is. So I can click use selected definition, and I didn't even have to type in the definition for myself in case I didn't know. And so then I can hit save, and it would be now included in my flashcards. And so again, this is quizlet.com, and you can share what you've learned, or you can keep it to yourself and just use it as your own studying tool. It's just whatever you want, and it is also an app that you can download.